Welcome to the Deep Dive, your shortcut to staying well-informed on the cutting edge. I'm Amin.
And I'm Leah. Welcome to AI Brief, episode 242.
Today we're diving into some really big strategic shifts and innovations happening across AI and robotics. We'll kick off with Apple's major move giving businesses more AI control, then pivot to Meta teaming up with Midjourney.
Yeah, and OpenAI's got a new leadership structure that's quite interesting.
Definitely. And then there's Google's Made by Google 2025 event packed with Gemini AI stuff. Plus, we'll look at Waymo taking on New York City, Field AI's huge valuation, and even Foxconn building humanoid robots.
And we'll wrap up with some trending AI tools you might find useful.
It's a lot to cover, but we'll connect the dots on why it all matters.
Absolutely. What's fascinating now is just how fast everything's moving. These aren't small updates. Companies are making these really bold foundational moves.
Like Waymo in New York.
Exactly. Tackling that kind of complexity. Or completely restructuring internally, forming new partnerships, all to keep up with AI demand. It's a dynamic time. Understanding these shifts really paints a picture of where tech is heading.
Totally agree. So speaking of those foundational shifts, let's talk Apple. This sounds like a big push for enterprise control over AI. What's the deal?
Yeah, it's definitely a strategic push into enterprise AI for them. They're rolling out new tools, I think, in September. And these tools give IT admins much more granular control. They can restrict or allow any external AI provider.
Any provider, not just, say, ChatGPT.
Nope, any provider, which is key. It's about giving businesses real governance, not just turning features on or off.
So it's less about just using AI and more about managing it safely.
Yeah.
Within their own rules.
Precisely. And they're backing that up with more security features in the ecosystem. Things like authenticated guest mode, NFC reader support for Macs.
And it's the on Macs for like tapping your phone to log in.
Yeah, near field communication, think secure, tap to authenticate access. What's really interesting here is Apple, traditionally consumer-focused, is now playing to its strengths in security to solve a huge enterprise headache: AI governance and data control.
That makes sense. They're positioning themselves as the sort of trusted gatekeeper.
Exactly. In a pretty chaotic AI market right now, this could really speed up AI adoption in industries that are, more risk-averse.
Okay, sticking with big strategic plays. Meta is also making moves, partnering with Midjourney. That's pretty interesting.
It really is. A clever move, I think. They're licensing Midjourney's tech, which is, let's be honest, highly regarded for AI image and video generation.
Licensing it to build into their own stuff.
Yeah, the plan is to integrate it directly into future Meta AI models and products. It's not just adding a feature, it's like supercharging their core visual capabilities.
So they're aiming to really compete on visuals now against the big players.
Oh, absolutely. The goal is clearly to develop more advanced image and video tools to go head-to-head with OpenAI's DALL-E, Google's Imagen. Maybe even surpass them. And it highlights this trend, right? Companies collaborating strategically instead of trying to build everything themselves.
Partnering for expertise.
Exactly. Leverage specialized, high-quality models, get competitor products out faster. It's smart. Sometimes partnering is faster than pure R&D.
Makes sense. Okay, shifting from partnerships to internal changes, OpenAI, there's a new leadership structure.
Yes, a significant one. They've brought in Fidji Simo, known for her time at Instacart, as the new CEO of applications. And this is very deliberate. It frees up Sam Altman, the overall CEO.
Right, lets him focus elsewhere.
Exactly. On the really big long-term bets. Things like compute, the sheer processing power needed core research, consumer hardware, and even brain-computer interface projects. BCI.
Wow, BCI too. So they're splitting application development from the deep research.
Pretty much. Separating the fast-paced app world from the foundational, maybe more experimental research and compute side, it signals OpenAI is, maturing, scaling up.
Professionalizing, maybe.
Yeah, Simo's role seems critical there, guiding it towards being a more disciplined tech giant, maybe even a public company eventually, leveraging her experience, while Altman still gets to chase those next big breakthroughs.
Trying to get the best of both worlds, stability and moonshots. Got it. Okay, let's talk Google. That Made by Google 2025 event. It was different.
That's one way to put it. They completely ditched the usual keynote for a late-night talk show format,
Yeah.
hosted by Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, saw that. Lots of celebs.
Definitely a spectacle.
Yeah.
But underneath all that, the real headline was Gemini AI. It was everywhere, woven into basically every announcement.
Okay, beyond the Fallon glitz, what were the Gemini integrations that people will actually notice day to day?
Well, their strategy seems to be embedding Gemini everywhere in the Pixel ecosystem. So across the Pixel 10 phones, you'll get features like uh, visual overlays for the camera pointed at something, get
Oh,
info.
like Google Lens on steroids?
Kind of, yeah. Plus a proactive magic cue that tries to anticipate what you need, a camera coach for better photos,
Yeah.
a voice translate for calls, real-time translation, and this take a message feature, like a smart answering machine.
Sounds like AI is becoming the default phone assistant.
Yeah.
What's powering that on the device itself?
That's the new Tensor G5 chip, custom built by TSMC, the big chip manufacturer. Google says it offers 60% more powerful AI processing. That's huge.
60%.
Yeah, which enables all these on-device AI features to run smoothly, efficiently, and maybe helps with those overheating issues Pixel sometimes had.
Ah, good point. Moving more AI processing onto the phone makes it faster, more private too, right?
Exactly. Less reliance on the cloud.
So it's not just phones getting the Gemini treatment.
No way. Gemini for Home looks like maybe their biggest smart home update in years. It's a new AI assistant that handles much more complex requests, like ask it for recipes based on what's actually in your fridge.
Okay, that's useful.
And it uses Gemini Live for more natural conversational interactions, moving beyond just simple commands.
What about health? Fitbit and wearables.
Yep, Fitbit gets a built-in AI health coach. Personalized guidance based on your 24/7 data, workout suggestions, sleep insights.
Tailored advice.
Exactly. And the Pixel Watch 4 gets an AI health coach, too. Plus, Pixel Buds now have AI gesture controls. Nod to accept a call, shake your head to decline.
Huh, just head movements.
Yeah. So the big picture from Google: embed Gemini so deeply everywhere that it becomes this invisible, indispensable layer making everything smarter.
And underlying intelligence for your whole digital life seems like their goal.
Yeah.
Okay, let's broaden out now. Waymo in New York City? That sounds ambitious.
Ambitious is right. Waymo got the green light to test robotaxis in NYC. Just up to 8 SUVs for now through late September. And crucially, safety operators have to keep at least one hand on the wheel.
One hand on the wheel. So not fully autonomous testing yet, but
Yeah.
still. NYC traffic. That's notoriously difficult.
Oh, absolutely. It's their toughest test bed yet, by far. Way more complex than Phoenix or San Francisco. You've got aggressive drivers, jaywalkers, double parking, construction chaos. It's a lot.
So the safety operator is key for now.
Definitely. It acknowledges the challenge, helps build trust, gathers data. But look, if Waymo can navigate this, it could unlock the biggest urban mobility market in the world. Prove AVs can handle genuinely tough environments. It's kind of a make-or-break test.
A massive milestone if they pull it off. Okay, shifting to robotics startups, Field AI. Huge valuation, big name backers. What's their secret sauce?
Yeah, Field AI, backed by Gates, Bezos, NVIDIA, hit a $2 billion valuation after raising $405 million. That's serious money. What they do is develop AI models so robots can operate in tough sectors like construction, energy, logistics, with minimal setup, making robots smarter and more adaptable for industry.
So making it easier to deploy robots for those harder jobs.
Exactly. And the crazy valuation, it's not just hype. It shows companies are seeing real immediate ROI in automating those, dull, dirty, and dangerous jobs. It suggests widespread industrial robotics might happen faster than we thought, driven by efficiency and safety gains, not just cutting labor costs.
Reshaping those core industries pretty quickly then.
That seems to be the trajectory. The question isn't if, but how fast.
Right. And speaking of the future, Foxconn building humanoid robots. Seriously.
It sounds like sci-fi, doesn't it? But yes, Foxconn, the iPhone maker, is reportedly unveiling its first humanoid robot in November. And it's powered by large language models, LLMs, like the AI behind ChatGPT.
With NVIDIA helping with the brain.
Reportedly, yes. NVIDIA providing the AI smarts for complex task understanding and execution.
And these aren't just lab experiments. They plan to use them.
And that's the plan. Deploy them in Q1 2026 at their new Houston facility. They'll be handling production of NVIDIA's own GB300 servers.
Wow. So using robots to build the hardware that powers AI.
Kind of circular, yeah. But think bigger picture. This could be a huge step towards LLM integrated manufacturing. Robots that understand complex instructions, adapt, maybe even learn on the job. It could fundamentally change how things are made.
That's a lot to think about for the future of factories. Okay, finally, let's help people out with some trending AI tools they can use right now.
Sure. For anyone creating content, Getty Images now lets you generate rights-cleared custom visuals from text prompts. Super handy for campaigns, decks, no license worries.
Nice.
And FeedHive, Great for social media. It helps plan, write, schedule posts across channels. AI suggests hooks, hashtags, saves a ton of time.
Okay, good for creators and marketers. What about general communication or meetings?
For email, check out Hopy Copy. It drafts, tests, optimizes email sequences, can even auto-tune the tone and length. Huge for sales and marketing teams.
Automating email optimization.
Pretty much. And for meetings, MeetGeek. Records, transcribes, then gives you AI summaries and action items. You won't miss key decisions.
Like having an AI assistant taking notes.
Exactly. These tools just show how AI is really boosting productivity for all sorts of, common professional tasks. Frees you up for more strategic thinking.
Absolutely. So from Apple tightening enterprise AI control to Google weaving Gemini into everything to these huge leaps in robotics.
Yeah.
It's clear AI is just accelerating.
It really is. And it makes you think, right? Not just about what each tech can do alone, but what happens when they start combining.
Yeah, like Waymo's tech and a Foxconn robot run by a Gemini-like assistant.
Exactly. What completely new things become possible then? What's the next big surprise that emerges from that kind of convergence? How does that reshape things? We can barely imagine it now.
A fascinating thought to end on. Well, that's all for this deep dive. If you enjoyed getting these insights, make sure you follow AI Brief wherever you get your podcasts.
And maybe share it with a friend who likes to stay ahead of the curve.
We'll catch you next time.